Hello everybody and welcome to Reviews That Don't Matter with Jessica Hitt. My name is Jessica Hitt, and if you have been following my videos, you know that I have been doing all of the Fast and Furious movies because, of course, we got the glorious Fate of the Furious last week and it's still #1, and it will probably, well, it might be #1 this week. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe the circle will determine it. Who knows? So today we're talking about Fast and Furious 6, which I really enjoyed. I think that this movie in general kind of leaves a bitter taste in my mouth because it is the last film that Han is in before we go into the Tokyo Drift timeline, and he is dead in that. So this is kind of our farewell to him, which is really sad to me because he is like my favorite character. And of course you get the death of Han's love of his life, Giselle, and Gal Gadot. Which was very sad, and that part in general, I don't feel like they gave that death enough breathing, I think, because it didn't really seem like anybody cared that much. Like, obviously you have the whole thing and you're waiting for Dom to come out of the big plane explosion, which he does, and then Letty and Dom kind of have that like little reunion thing going on, and then finally you have Mia who's like, where's Giselle? And then she goes over to hug him when she realizes, everybody realizes that Giselle didn't make it out of there, and doesn't really address anything afterwards. They don't even really toast her specifically in the end of the movie family toast that they have at the Dominic Toretto house. So there's that. That does really bug me. Especially for a movie that is all about family, you think that they would at least name her in that last toast. And just be like, and this is to Giselle or something like that. Because Han's there and he's talking about how he's going to, you know, go to Tokyo finally, which is what they were planning on doing. Which, you know, leads to his death, so. But besides that, I really enjoyed this film. I think that's probably the only part that I would be really annoyed with. Everything else I think hit the nail on the head, and probably why 6 isn't as good as 5 in my opinion is because of that moment. But you get a really good villain. You get Luke Evans as Shaw, and you bring back Letty into the fold, which you thought was dead, which there is that whole thing where she has amnesia, and I don't think anyone's really a fan of any amnesia storyline ever since, you know, like Full House did it with Michelle, this series finale. It's just super tiring, but I think they did it in an okay way, and you know, it made Michelle Rodriguez's Letty more of a badass, and I really do enjoy that. And I do like how Brian wagered all of their criminal records to Hobbs for doing this job for them and helping them out, because Hobbs thinks that they're the only people in the entire world that can track down these people who are like car heist people. You know, really, there's no one better than Dom's crew, which admittedly, they're pretty great, but there's a lot of people in the world. But I do think that Paul Walker as Brian O'Connor is really fantastic in this movie. You know, he had a great role in Fast 5, but I feel like this one in general really worked for me. I liked the moment where he found out that Shaw had taken Mia. Luckily the baby went with Elena, who was there with her, protecting her. And so they just got Mia and, you know, trying to get her off of the plane. That was a great sequence. I still do wish that Mia would be a little bit more into the fold, like if she would have like picked up a shotgun and like beat somebody with it or like tried to shoot someone. I think that would be fun, but she's just, that's not her thing, you know. She doesn't really do all of the action stuff. She just wants to be with her kids and her husband, which is understandable, you know. Not everybody's a fighter. She's just a lover. And also, I will say, I feel very stupid for not realizing this in the movie, but the I don't ever remember this lady's name, but the one that was with The Rock, Hobbs, the entire time, and he was kind of training her, didn't realize she was gonna be a double agent. I really didn't. When she finally spoke and was like, yeah, I'll be right there, and like walks off with Shaw, I literally, the first time watching this, was like, whoa, I was not expecting that whatsoever. Because even though she's not a great actress, I still kind of really liked her character. I like how they made her like this silent badass in a way that was like, she wouldn't talk much, but when she did talk, it was like, she said something, which now makes complete sense. You know, I watched it for a second time knowing that she's a traitor, and being like, yeah, this makes sense now, why she was like so good at like spotting things about these guys, because she's leading them into traps. So I think overall Justin Lin did a great job with this film. I don't think it's gonna reach the heights of Fast 5 ever. Also, this was the first real time that the government agency reached out to their crew and had them do something so international like this. Like, obviously you have, you know, Brian O'Connor going undercover or doing all that kind of stuff, but it's not the same as like, once he has completely divulged his allegiance to Dominic Toretto and his crew, they went and found them and were like, you guys are the only people in the world that can stop this guy, that can help us track him down. Yeah, so that's the first time we see something like that, and that's a little interesting. But now we're just used to it in these movies, so whatever. Overall, this is a solid, fun movie. I definitely think it's a good movie. It's not a great movie. It's not great like Fast 5 or like some that are down the line, but it's still in the top 4, I would say. The main thing about this is there's way more explosions. It's fun, you know, you have these characters that you are now a little bit more attached to, so you've seen their dynamic and, you know, now that they're a team, like a real crew, and so that is more fun than like an origin story of the crew. So overall, did a great job with this movie. I really enjoyed it. What did you guys think about it? Comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about Fast Furious 6. Where does it rank on your list? Do some of you like it better than Fast 5 or more than Furious 7 or something like that? I'd like to know. Also, give the video a thumbs up if you like it. And also subscribe. You don't want to miss any of this content because it's grade A content, in my opinion. Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow with another Reviews That Don't Matter about the Fast and Furious franchise. We're doing Furious 7, so we'll see you later. Bye!